Today we're looking at the Beadle and Grimm's version of Ravenloft, The Horrors Within. Now that was a fantastic book and I'm hoping this really does it justice. And the weight of it gives me good vibes because this thing is like a murder weapon. Big meaty box. What wonders does it hold inside? Well, the obligatory, what is in this? Oh, it's an open pager. We'll come back to this if we need help. Haunted Bastion Tracker. It is indeed the blueprints of a haunted bastion with boxes, not wipeable. This is, once it's in. And yeah, so we get a little sheet to track our bastion. Looking inside here, we have the Tarot deck. In no box. This was something I heard online about no box. Once you open these cards, they're just rolling around in your box, so you have to keep your little sponge to keep them in the place. You can argue that this whole box is a very well protected tarot card box. And things like this do get knocked about, don't they? Underneath that is a small, separate Dark Gifts card set. Okay, so these all have aberrant anatomy pictures, or some have symbols on the front. Living Shadow, Mistwalker, Second Skin, Echobane. What are they? Weapon, Echobane. Harken's Bite, Watcher's Dark Gift Feet, Touch of Death Dark Gift. So a couple of magic items in those. Very small writing that luckily I can read with my glasses on. Tucked down the side we have the quite usual now little dangly jewellery, not literally jewellery, just a physical talisman of some sort. I believe it's meant to be Cthulhu on here. Certainly looks like a squiddy gentleman. Not sure if this plays a part that I'm forgetting. I always bang on about handouts being cool. In here we have almost monster cards, but they're papery as ever. This one is Esmeralda, Davenier. Nothing on the insides, but they hang on your DM screen with lovely artwork and full stat block. So you could prop them up, of course. Body Taker Podling and Body Taker Plant. Boneless, Carrion Stalker, Carrionet, that's popular monster. Doulahan, Elder Thing, Gallows, Speaker, Grimeshka, Gug, Jiangshi, Yangshi, Luke-Garou, Migo, Mist Horror, Mordenheim's Monster, Necricor, there's lots, Nighthaunt, Priest of Ozzibus, Relentless Killers, Relentless Juggernaut, Relentless Nightmare, Rudolph Van Richten, useful. Shoggoth, Starspawn, Emissary, Greater Starspawn, Emissary, Strad Skeleton, Strigoi, Ulmist, Inquisitors, Inquisitor of the Sword, Inquisitor of the Tome, Unspeakable Horror, Vampire Nosferatu, Vampire Mindflayer, Waxwork, Jennifer Weathermere Foxgrove, or Jennifer, Zombies, Swarm of Zombie Limbs, Zombie Plague Spreader, Zombie Clot. Wealth! An absolute wealth of big stat blocks to scare your party with as you hang them on the DM screen. This set is excessive. We don't need it. It's just for those who think, do you know what? I want everyone to get this for my Christmas present. It's a real self-treat. Then, what's next? Dread Tales from the Warehouse. This is the extra adventure for level 5 characters located on the road to Lake Zarovich near Volaki. This could go very well in my Strad guide. There's a handout there, which I imagine we'll get the physical big handout soon. So, your proper campaign book, but in smaller, handy breakdown versions. Character options. The character section, you can hand that out to your players. Domains of Ravenloft. This has all the domains of Dread. This has Ravenloft Adventures. So it's just rejigged in a different order, I think. But yes, split into the domains as large. Adventures, Denizens of the Mist, so your monster manual. Yes. Nice to have them twice in card form or behind your screen, however you want to do it. Then Taroka and the Mists through Innsmouth. NPCs. As I say, it's just separated into more bite-size and flippy versions. First map is Van Richten's Herbalist Shop. Very nice. That's proper, you know, put your minis on sort of thing. The Haunted Bastion. Actual physical map. Very nice. Good art. Can't go wrong. This is why you pay the extra cash. Pharaoh's Rest, Lesser Tomb, and O'Dare Toy Shop. Some very nice detail, I must say. And I'm not sure whether these were in the digital D&D Beyond version or not. So what are you looking at there? You're seeing Castle Avernus. And I'm looking at Scythicus Ruins. Obviously, that's huge, that's a big one. If Ravenloft is your thing, this just makes it so much easier to run a better immersion-based game. Don't get me wrong, it's not cheap, but you'll thank yourself once that money's gone and can't come back. This is a man who's no good with money saying that. Cthulhu's Vault, Wreck of the Providence, a ship. Pharaoh's Rest, Funeral Barge, and Ankh-Hotep's Tomb, if I said that right. Ankh-Tepot. Been watching The Mummy too recently. Castle Avernus, 11th floor. Castle Avernus, 9th floor. With a nice blur where it's fallen down to the floor beneath. Castle Avernus, 2nd floor. Castle Avernus, 8th floor. Yeah. I like how they're all different sizes. Whatever is necessary, that's what we're given. Blood on the Vine Tavern. Excellent. Having the big map for that. So, obviously doubles as any tavern you like. You've got your beds and your pub. Sanctuary, Beneath the Tavern, and Outside Village. Of course, you have to remember that you've got all these as well, and not kick yourself for not having used them. Tower of the Traitors. Now, these are not wipeable, but they are a thicker quality than the maps we got in the map pack here, I think. I would say definitely they're a thicker stock, i.e. last a bit longer if you take care. Pharaoh's Rest, Shrine of Ankh-Tepot. I mean, shrines, come on, they get used over and over. Ooh, a handout. Shadow of the Black Rose, Scythicus. Heroes, would you so honour us with tales of your exploits while accompanying us on a night of revelry? Right, I'm not going to read them all. Should probably show them in B-roll, but yeah, you can't beat it. Handing them in. It's nice to make them, don't get me wrong, but being able to all pass it round, I love that. And I'm sure it's not just me, but yeah. So you have to read all those DM and go, oh, what's this for? I think it does say on the back, to be fair. So 2 more packs, but quite a nice inner design. The Ravenloft limited edition cover, perhaps. Ooh, so the big boy Strad von Zarovich. Although I say don't use the Strad's start block, but these are the bigger ones. Ivana Boritsi. Do you Ivana Boritsi? Yeah, almost worked. Ivan, great construct, great stat block. Love this design. Azalin Rex. So yeah, okay. More of the big Dark Lords. Hangable stat blocks. Cthulhu, you've probably seen, that was the big giveaway. All the Dark Lords, basically. We keep coming, every Halloween come back and run another one. Soth, Lady Mother Lorinda, Shakuna. And then we get these small domain maps. Barovia with notes space on the back if you dare deface these. Borka, yeah, Darkon. You see, all these. Demontlu, Falkovnia. I'm not going to dare in case I butcher some of these. But these are really nice. You can pin these on the back of your DM screen on your side so you can see the areas at a quicker glance. Or you've got the separate little books to help out. But yeah, Shadowlands, Sithicus, Tempest, Netherguard, Keep, Shadowborn, Manor, and whatever else. In true transparency, no, I did not get these free as was possible at one point. I have spent my own money on this product. And, you know, I'm not a drinker, I don't go clubbing. This is what I choose to spend my money on. Because I think I've got another 50 years to run this bad boy. But I do have to say that it's my members who help out. That's why they get extra videos in these guides. But my next question would be, if I had to buy one, would it be this or the bundle? We'll have to wait for another video to find that out. Thanks for watching, see you next session.